sure. Hello. Hello, everyone. It's Junie, checking back in with all of you. I hope all of you are doing well. I wanted to do some live tarot readings tonight if you guys are up for it. I can't tell if this is working or not. Okay, so I'm just going to push. Hopefully this will go down and look at my table. Anyway, hi, Sweetly. I wanted to pull some cards for you tonight. Is that okay? I want to pull some cards. Yay. So yeah, did you guys want to do some tarot readings tonight? Just personal readings, nothing major, just us hanging out, pulling cards. I can read, I can pull personal cards for you, or I could do true crime if you want me to. Mercury retrograde is in effect, and it's in Sagittarius, so we are going to be questioning our belief systems. We're going to be rethinking and thinking about what is freedom. Sagittarius rules the 9th house. It is ruled by Jupiter. He is a very optimistic planet. He usually is the giver of good luck. However, he also can make things bigger. He can expand things. So at this time, wherever Mercury retrograde shows up in your chart or where it's transiting, look to find Mercury, and it will be in retrograde, and we're going to be questioning our education system. We're going to be questioning our higher learning, our spiritual beliefs, God, okay? It's the house of God. Hi, I'm enormous. Hi, hey, Susie Q. Hey. How's everybody doing? I hate showing my face. Like, I'm so freaking awkward and weird on camera. I don't know how to act. Okay, so yeah, so Mercury retrograde, it's going to be interesting, especially with everything that we have going on right now. So, I mean, it does rule colleges, higher learning, your spiritual beliefs, how we look at education, how we look at freedom. America, the United States, its rising sign is ruled by Sagittarius and Jupiter. Its sun sign is Cancer, and its rising sign is Sagittarius. And I kind of questioned that at one time. I think I even asked somebody about it. I think I did. But if you think about it, it makes sense because Jupiter is long distance travel. Sagittarius, hi Tease Louise, it's good to see you. So if you think about it, Jupiter rules long distance places, overseas, people from different cultures and different backgrounds. And America's rising sign, which is the face that America sees, is basically we are all different cultures. We are all different races. We are from long distant faraway lands that come to America looking for what? Jupiter and Sagittarius rules freedom. And that is America. We are the home of the free. That is the face that greets the world. Cancer is our sun sign. We're supposed to be caring and loving and nurturing and good to other countries as well. That is the astrology of America, okay? And we're innovative. So, you know, it's pretty interesting that right now Mercury retrograde is in Sagittarius because we are questioning our freedoms right now, aren't we? We are questioning, what does it mean to be an American? What does it mean to be the home of the free? Is it free for you, but not free for you? This is where we have our dilemma right now. America needs to pick themselves up by their bootstraps and get it together. I hope soon. So I've been pretty clear with, open and honest with all of you guys. I don't live in the nicest neighborhood. My husband and I, we are moved back into our rental property. We didn't rent to very good people, and we've been living here because we have to. We don't have a choice right now. It is what it is. The house needs a new roof. The house needs a lot of work, which is fine. I'm okay with it right now. I actually enjoy living in the city. I used to live next to a big park, and I used to go into the woods all the time. But you know, I don't mind the concrete jungle so much. I am a Wiccan, but you know, I can still find my peace here. And I like being close to the riverfront. I got my little scooter right here. I wrecked on it, but yeah, I got some scars. I have Mars in my first house, so I have a lot of scars on my face. Like, you can't really see them, but I have a lot of scars on my face. I have a lot of scars like on my neck and stuff from surgeries. I have scars here from an accident as well. So, you know, Mars is the soldier. Mars is the warrior. He is the god of war. And sometimes if you have Mars in the first house, you can have a little scar on your face, or little scars around your eyes, or a mole, or just a unique beauty mark sometimes, or just something about the face, right? Because Mars rules the face. Mars rules the eye sockets. So if it's in your first house, you can resemble same marks on your face. Okay, so home is wherever your family is. That's right. Well, I'm very worried about my neighbors. From what I understand, I did get a question. Somebody did want me to read tonight on the SNAP benefits, but I think I just saw something about, did they reinstate the SNAP benefits for everyone? I really hope so, because like some of my neighbors have been popping off. Like, I heard they're like the nicest couple. I heard my neighbors fighting over there last night, and they're like the cutest couple too. And I think they're really struggling. Like, there's a lot of neighbors in here that are food deprived. Like I said, we're not like rich. We're not like rolling in the dough or anything, but we're just okay. My husband has a job. I have a job. We don't have great jobs, but you know, they're jobs, and we're doing the best that we can under the circumstances. We're just okay. So, okay. So I'm gonna try to pull. First, I want to do Sweetly. Let's pull some. Sweetly, what is your question? A judge ruled they had to release the funds. Oh, okay, that's great. Because they actually have 2 years emergency funds for SNAP. Oh, wow. Trump himself appealed it. What do you mean he appealed it? What do you mean? So now on hold. Oh, no. Hey, Krista, it's good to see you, honey. How are you? Yes. Walter, you know what's funny? Walter has been telling me, Walter, like, I don't know if I showed you a little clip where Walter was kind of freaking out about money not so long ago, and I was like, my ghosty friends keep telling me to save my money and stop going out. And they were like, stop ordering boxes from Amazon. Walter was like, stay home. Stay home. See, it's cheaper. I think they knew something was getting ready to happen, because he was like, I told you so. He's been like very upset. A lot of them. Susie Q. Yesterday was Susie Q's birthday, everyone. So say happy birthday to Susie Q. Let's see. You're working? Well, I'm glad you're hanging out with us. He wants to, see, Tease Louise says he went to court to argue. No. What the hell? So a judge, right, is telling him, yeah, that's right. Oh, that's right. Now I remember. He's arguing it. He is denying it. Now I remember what you're saying. Okay. That doesn't make sense to me. He should release it. There shouldn't even be a question for both sides. This, like I said, this isn't about politics anymore, you guys. This isn't about red or blue anymore. This is about America. And we're in Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, which rules the face of America. It's about freedom, justice. It's about truth. It's about we need to learn the truth. And I will tell one truth. Oh, we got a sticker. Thank you. I think we got a sticker. I will tell you one truth. That you can unsubscribe to me. You don't have to stay on my channel. Okay? I really don't care at this point. Because I'm pretty neutral. Like, I'm not crazy about the Democrats, and I'm not crazy about, I'm definitely not crazy about MAGA. Okay? I don't mind Republicans. Republicans don't bother me. MAGA, that's another story. Okay? That's a whole other level. I don't mind liberals either. I don't mind Bernie Sanders. I can kind of get behind some of the things that he says. Thank you, Susie Q. I appreciate my sticker. But I will tell you this, okay? My job does not offer insurance, okay? He can't. The type of job that I have, it doesn't offer insurance. So I have to do Obamacare, Marketplace, Affordable Care Act. They're all of the same. For some reason, people think that they're separated, okay? The other truth I'm going to tell you is that there's more white people on Snap. There's less Mexicans on Snap, okay? So you can unsubscribe to me. You can freak out. Don't really care. This is my channel. I'm going to tell you the truth, okay? And I want you to Google it. I want you to actually research it. Google this. Do Mexicans get SNAP, Section 8, and Medicaid when they first come over here? What do they get when they first come over here? Google that. What exactly do they get? What they get is they can go to a homeless shelter. A church can take them in. A church can, some churches will kind of like adopt the family or take them in, right? So they can go to a homeless shelter. After they've been established in a homeless shelter, they can get an apartment. They can get things allotted to them. They do not qualify ever for Medicare. They do not qualify for Medicaid. That is a straight up freaking lie that they are trying to force into your brain, just like they do Russia, 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 and Marxists, and how the Democrats do oligarchy, right? Listen to these code words, all right? You want to mutilate genitals, want to take your guns away. Every Democrat I know owns a gun. Every Democrat I know is packing, okay? A lot of them support guns. Most of them support guns. They just want you to be smart and safe and have stricter gun laws. Owning a gun should be a privilege, not a right. It's a privilege. Just like it's a privilege to drive your car. Okay? That's a privilege, not a God-given right. And it's not a God-given right that you automatically get to own a gun just because you're an American. It should be considered a privilege that you are not a criminal, that you don't want to murder your wife, that you haven't been domestic assault, or you haven't had a lot of bar fights or something like that, that you didn't hit somebody over the head with a bottle, okay? Yeah, these are things that we want to look for. Maybe we want to make sure that you've never been admitted into a psych ward before we give you a gun. And we want to make sure that if you have kids, that you're extra careful with that gun, because, you know, your kids can get that gun and go into school and shoot other children. So this is, you know, the common sense thing, right? Okay, but you're brainwashed to think that Democrats want your guns. They don't. They don't want your guns. Democrats own guns too. Google it. That's another thing you should Google. Google how many Democrats actually own guns. Okay, you know, kind of blow your mind. There's a lot of them that do. Another thing. Mexicans don't get Medicaid, they don't get Section 8, and they don't get free medical insurance when they get here. Now, my job doesn't offer medical insurance. I have to pay out of pocket. I have Obamacare, I have ACA, or Marketplace. It's the same thing. All three of them means the same thing. One thing, okay? It's all the same. So, my insurance premiums are going to probably double or triple when I have to renew them. They were already hard enough to afford to begin with. All right. So I am one of those people that will have to be paying out of pocket for my daughter and I to have insurance. Okay. Because it would just be my daughter and I that need coverage. So I am just like a immigrant, aren't I? I'm just like an immigrant. If I walked into a hospital right now because I'm in between policies, I'm uninsured. I don't qualify for Medicaid. I don't qualify for food stamps. We make too much money. Okay? So I am just like an immigrant. I could walk into a federal funded hospital just like an immigrant, and they would have to save my life. They would have to give me medical care. That is the only thing that immigrants get. If they come here and they're pregnant and they get in with a church, or they get in with a homeless shelter, or someone sponsors them, they can walk into a federally funded hospital, and by law, we have to save their life. That's it. They're not on SNAP. They're not on Medicaid. So when you're being told that this is what they want and this is what they want to do with the bill, that's a lie. It's a lie. Now, I'm not going to say that one side is better than the other, because both sides lie. They all lie. What I'm going to ask you to do is stop putting a politician up on a pedestal and think everything that comes out of their mouth is fact. Because what is happening is they repeat it so much. Words like Marxist, words like Russia, 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 China, tariff, all these things. Okay? You're being programmed. All right? And this might be with the Mercury retrograde. We need to step back and listen for the truth. Listen for these key words, these repetitive words that you keep hearing, and question it. Start to question it. Why do they keep repeating these things? Why do they? Why are they using brainwashing techniques? Because that's exactly what happens. Saturn is with Neptune. They are hanging out. And Neptune, he can bring delusion. Okay? So, Mexicans don't get Medicare or Medicaid. They don't qualify for Section 8, and they don't qualify for SNAP. They can get some type of IAL number once they've been established here, okay? An IAL number gives them the right to work, and they can get a driver's license. Yep, they can. They can get a driver's license. And when they work and we start taking taxes out, they pay into Social Security. They pay our Social Security. Who knew? But they can't collect Social Security, but they pay into it. Okay? Another thing I'm going to tell you the truth about. No tax on tips. No tax on tips. Oh, that's great, right? Wrong. It's going to fuck you hard. When waitresses and waiters go to do their taxes and they realize that they've missed out on that sweet spot, he screwed you. Okay? No tax on tips is a bad idea. Now, if you make over $100,000, it can bring you back to where you might get a little bit more back, because it's called a rainbow. If you think about a rainbow, if you're on this side of the rainbow, you don't get a lot paid out because you're not paying enough into your taxes to get the maximum amount put back, or the maximum amount of your, if you think of a rainbow, right? Think of a rainbow, right? On this side of the rainbow, if you're paying into it, okay, and it's not enough, you're not at that sweet spot. And if you're on this side of the rainbow, okay, you're making too much, and you get less of your taxes back, and you get less of the child tax credit back, right? Think of a rainbow. You want to be at the tip of that rainbow, where you're paying into it and you get the maximum back. No tax on tips takes you away from that sweet spot. So what I want you to do is Google, what is the sweet spot for my taxes? And can no tax on tips take me away from my sweet spot to get the maximum payout for my taxes? You got screwed. There's going to be a lot of people upset when it comes time to pay taxes, because they're going to realize that they got screwed. All right, so that's my 2 cents, because I'm sick of it. I just can't take the lies anymore. And I'm not saying that Democrats don't lie either. They all lie. But this is ridiculous. These are some whoppers where they think that they're giving you a favor, but it's not a favor. It's sticking a big thing up your butt, basically, and screwing you over. Your money is getting messed up. Not only is your money getting messed up with tariffs, okay? Your money's getting messed up. America is being robbed. Your taxes are getting messed up. Your child tax credit is getting messed up. Your insurance premiums are getting messed up. And every time you go to the grocery store, it costs more money and jobs are down. Thousands of people have been getting laid off. They mess with the, what do? They mess with the interest rate, pal. The gold is all screwy right now. I'm telling you, we're going to have a recession and it's going to be ugly. So be ready, all right? I'm just going to tell you, if you want to buy something, buy it in the next 2 years. If you have to repair your home now, okay? Try your best to repair big repairs, like a hot water heater, a new roof. We need to do a new roof. We have to get a new roof. So, you know, do it within the next 2 years. Because possibly 2-3 years down the road from here, it's going to be tough, okay? It's going to be hard to get a home loan. It's going to be hard to refinance your house. It's going to be hard to finance a car. All these things, okay? So do it now. Do your big repairs now, so later you're not stuck, okay? Or you're stuck in a loan that's got a huge interest rate and you can't get out of it. So that's my 2 cents. But I'm sure I lost like 20,000 subscribers or 20 people by now, but I don't even have 20,000. I only have like 1,000, 2,000 people. So anyway, I don't do this for clicks and views anyway. I just like to have fun with you guys. So do you guys want to do your reading? I want to do Sweetly. And if Lil Bit comes in, and then if Gemini comes in, I owe her a reading. Aggie, I owe Aggie a reading too. So, and Susie Q, I wanted to pull a few cards for Susie Q. All right, so let me see how I can push you guys. Whoopsies. If I can get you to look down on the table. See if you can see the cards. Get it so you guys can see the table. Okay. Let me try to find you on here. Can you guys see the table? Like if I'm putting cards out, can you see? Okay. Try to find you online. All right. Okay. So Susie Q. Sweetly. What is your question, hon? Did you have a question? I know what Aggie's question is. I know if the real Gemini comes in, I know the real Gemini's question. Yeah, it does feel like a recession already, Sweetly. Sweetly, what kind of question do you have? Just guidance in general. I can't think of a question. Okay. All right. All right. So from your spirit guides. All right. Okay, spirits. I'm going to ask about Sweetly. Light some sage. That better? I'm trying to get it so you guys can see the cards. Okay, if anyone sees little bit, let me know. Or if anyone sees, if Aggie, I know Aggie's question. If anyone sees the real Gemini, let me know. I have to, I'm just gonna, if the real Gemini doesn't show up, I'm still gonna just pull cards for her because she texted me earlier and told me her question. All right, so let's all focus on Sweetly right now. Got all my bells here. This one broke the other day. Let's see if I can get it to work. Oh, my witch bells. Okay. Sweetly. Give me an energy read for Sweetly, please. All right. What does Sweetly need to know from Spirit? What does Sweetly need to know from Spirit? An overall reading from Sweetly. Hey, Missy. You missed my rant, Missy. I had a little rant. I think they said that the I don't know if you heard that earlier, but they were talking about the SNAP benefits. What we were talking about earlier. It's good to see you, Missy. Are you working tonight, honey? Energy read for Sweetly. What does Spirit need to tell her? Okay. What is blocking her? What is blocking her right now? What is blocking Sweetly's energy right now? Give me a card that is blocking her energy right now. I'm going to put it like this because I want to make sure I tell if it's upright or sideways. So this is what's on your subconscious. This is you. This is what's blocking you. This is the root of the matter. I'm just going to do a Celtic cross. Root of the matter. I'll put it this way because I can't fit everything in. Most recent past. Give me a future outcome. A future outcome card. Future outcome card, please. Bottom of the deck. Is, again, with this Mercury retrograde, this card is a fire sign card. It's the King of Wands. So I'm not sure if you have gone through something where someone maybe tried to give you spiritual advice and you didn't appreciate their spiritual advice, or maybe you felt that someone was kind of being oppressive or selfish with you for the bottom of the deck. So we'll see how this card plays out with the whole reading. Okay, Sweetly? Okay. Toot toot, Missy. Okay, so this is your signifier card, Sweetly, which is you, you're looking out into the distance. You're waiting for your ships to come in. You are putting your feelers out into the world. If you ever notice that some of the ships in this card look bigger and some of the ships look smaller. Like here's a little small boat, but this looks like a really big boat, and this is like a medium-sized boat. So you're waiting for your ships to come in. You feel like you are seeking cooperation from others. And you are maybe looking to communicate with others. You might be one step away from great success, honey. Like your ships are coming in, and there's just maybe one step that needs to be done to complete these ships to come in and dock for you, if that makes any sense. Okay, so this is what is in your way or what's kind of blocking you. And I would say that you are spiritually enthusiastic. You want to explore new projects. Maybe you felt unmotivated prior, but now you're getting a wave of motivation. Is any of this does any of this make sense, or am I way off? Like, are these two cards kind of resonating, or should I reshuffle? And I can pull other cards, but is this resonating with you? I feel like it is. Good news is on the horizon, but for some reason there's a blockage to this news coming in. I take care of my mom 24/7. Siblings don't help. I felt some unmotivated. Okay, so that's the lack of motivation here. Because this is a guy who wants to take action, and he wants something to blossom. He wants something to, well, I mean, if you were a man, I'd say, if you were a man, I was doing a reading for a man. I mean, think of that wand, like his little thingy thing, and it's blossoming life, right? But you're not a man. You are something, you want something to blossom. You want something to come through. But there's a block to it. For some reason, what you want to come to fruition is not happening. And there's a block here. Yes, Missy has a channel. Missy is a forensic astrologer. She does true crime too, guys. Can anybody help? Missy, could you leave your channel name on here? If you want to go ahead and leave it on here. She's a really wonderful astrologer. If you guys want your chart read, she can read your chart. She does readings. She's a great tarot reader. And she does true crime astrology too. She has done a lot of things on summer. Her and I talk a lot about summer, and we're constantly swapping charts and talking about summer. So, I mean, we might not always agree on everything, but Missy has her opinions, and I support her 100%. I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinions about Summer's case. So if you can, leave Missy's information. I would greatly appreciate that. Okay, so the bottom here is the roots are kind of where everything's coming from, just the overall root of the matter, okay? So that is trying to make a decision to go in the right direction. You had an expectation of something, but there's kind of illusions here. You want to choose reality, okay? No matter what's happening, always choose reality. Again, you're having this delay of you're wanting your ship to come in, but there's some type of making a whole bunch of choices and trying to be in reality about the situation that you're in. And again, if you said that you're taking care of your mother, you feel like maybe that you're running out of options because nobody's helping you. And there's a delayed gratification here. Excuse me. So in the near past, this is like past weeks. Oh, so you may have reached out to someone, and you maybe were trying to communicate, trying to start a partnership. Are you in a partnership, Sweetly? This would be, either looking, I mean, the Two of Cups can kind of be like the Lover's card, but it's more, it can be friendships. It could be you branching out, and this is a blessed union. This is you being in harmony with someone. Maybe, could be romance, but it could be work. It could be friendships. It could be that you in the most recent past, maybe a few weeks ago, you've come across someone that you feel a strong connection with. Does that make sense? Thank you, Susie Q. Appreciate you leaving Missy's information. Just very interesting. I keep running to spiritual channels. So there may have been a union or some type of partnership in the past weeks. Does that any of that ring a bell, Sweetly? No? Okay. Anything new? Could be that you branched out and that there is something good coming. Or, that there is going to be something good coming, I think. Because this is a really good card. This is definitely you branching out. Maybe there's a message coming in. Maybe there's like a communication between another person and it's positive. Okay, so this is in your subconscious, what's in your thoughts. So you kind of feel like your back is up against a wall, right? You kind of feel disappointed. You feel kind of rejected. You keep focusing on 3 people or 3 situations that just kind of repeat. But there is something good. Spirit does have a message for you. I mean, look, you have cups here. This is like love, emotions, a positive message. And here, Spirit, the divine, has a positive message for you. Something good is going to happen. But you do feel like your back is up against the wall. You feel kind of, maybe you feel a little secluded. And you want to reposition yourself because like I said, your back is up against the wall. But try not to focus so much on the negative. There is something positive coming in for you, Sweetly, definitely. Okay, so this is the outcome card here. Wow, that's a very powerful card to have for your outcome. You have all the tools that you need, Sweetly. You have all the tools that you need to make something happen, okay? You have blessings from air, fire, okay? Water and earth. All of these elements are at your fingertips. You are connected to the earth, as above, so below, right? As above, so below. Infinity symbol here. The Magician is a very powerful card. You spiritually are able to, if you manifest good things will happen. If you manifest bad things can happen. So I'm going to tell you, focus on manifesting good thoughts, positive energy. You are the master of your ship, really. These ships that you think coming in, you're the master of your own ship. You are at the helm here, okay? And you have the power, as above, so below, to make things happen. You can be creative and frugal and intuitive. Manifest your plans and they will happen. Trust the divine. That Spirit has your back. That God has your back. That the heavens and the universe is looking out for you. Trust that. Okay, so motive B, definitely. I see that. And with the bottom, I think that's just you saying that you felt a little unmotivated. You're trying to balance everything, and there's an unhappy family here. But I think there's light at the end of the tunnel for you. It's just going to be a little slow. Focus on your money. Keep track of your money, Be frugal. And I know you're lacking motivation right now because you're not feeling the support of your family. There's some conflict in the family, maybe like some discord or disunity. Maybe you wish the family to be more in harmony with each other. And maybe that's what's going to happen here. There is something in the works. Something that was done a couple weeks ago is in the works. Thank you, Susie Q. Thank you. Okay. So has the real Gemini shown up? Has anybody seen the real Gemini? Is Little Bit here? If Little Bit's not here, or the real Gemini, I'll go right to Aggie. Hold on, my cards just got all mixed up. What'd I do? Oh, thank you, Sweetly. I'm so glad. Just have faith, honey. You got the Magician card for your outcome, sweetie. I know you're feeling unmotivated, but I'm telling you, you can make shit happen. You put your mind to it, you believe in spirit, you pray about it, it will happen for you. I truly believe that you are divinely gifted, honey, and spirit is watching out for you. Okay, so the real Gemini is not here. Okay, Aggie, then you're going to be next. If you guys see the real Gemini, let me know, okay, in chat. Or if you see a little bit, let me know. And I will pull a few cards for Susie Q and Missy. Missy asked me to pull about the SNAP benefits. Okay. I mean, just in general, she just was curious about what the cards would say. Thank you. Krista, did you want to get a card? If you guys want, become a member. My memberships are only like $2 or something like that. Become a member. I have no problem if once you become a member, pulling cards for you, pulling a few cards for you guys once a month at least if you become a member. If you subscribe and sign up for the memberships, and that's when you go out to the outside of my channel and you hit join. Awesome. I'm so glad you subscribed to Missy. Everybody give Missy a sub if you can on her astrology channel. She has a couple channels, but her astrology channel is really good. All right. So Aggie, what I'm going to ask is this. Because the text message that you sent me, it makes me feel like you have a certain feeling about this guy, right? You have Curtis. You have a gut feeling, and you want the cards to verify if what you're intuitively feeling about him is correct. Am I on the right page here? That you want the cards to verify if what you're feeling is correct, right? All right. Is what Aggie is psychically feeling about Curtis? Is Aggie's intuition correct about Curtis? Is Aggie's intuition correct about what she's feeling about Curtis? Is Aggie's gut feeling correct? Is her intuition correct about Curtis? Spirit, please let me know if Aggie is right on the money about how she feels about Curtis and what's really going on with Curtis. Is she correct about how she's feeling about Curtis? Is Aggie correct about how she feels about Curtis? Going to pull 3 cards, Aggie, and see what we get. Okay. I would say this is more you. I know you're a fire sign, but you're showing up. You're showing up as a charitable. You are showing up maternally to Curtis. Maternal, charitable, a good businesswoman, a go-getter, right? That you are kind of a problem solver to him. And with your generosity, you can have a very, I think he's a Virgo, but he's ruled by Mercury. Mercury rules Gemini and Mercury rules Virgo. So there's a lot going on with his mind. And the sword rules the mind. It rules the air signs. These cards look kind of good. I mean, overall. Or this could even be, these 2 cards could represent you trying to give him advice. Like you've been a little rational with him, and you've been analytical with him, and trying to give him logic and And maybe with, you know, this is a Capricorn card, and the King of Pentacles rules Virgo, but it rules all earth signs. So this is an earth sign. Also can be Sagittarius. So here as well. So I would say stop mothering him. There's this like level of you're mothering him, and it's almost like you're trying to like discipline him in a way, trying to give him logical advice. You're being very fair and truthful with him, and you want cooperation. You want this connection with him. It's on the bottom of the deck. You have hope for him. But there is some confrontation here. But I think you are right. Your intuition is spot on, okay? Your intuition is spot on. You have the sword of truth. So I believe that what you've been feeling, you have, you know, this is the King of Truth as well. This is the sword of truth. You're showing up kind of being like maternal and charitable to him, and hoping that there could be something here, a friendship or something, but maybe a relationship later. But what the cards are telling me is it's all yes. So you asked if your intuition was right. You asked if your psychic abilities were right. Yes, 100%. Okay, what you've been feeling, what you were worried about, okay, is absolutely a yes. All right? So your intuition was spot on. All right, has the real Gemini showed up, or a little bit? Has the real Gemini showed up, or a little bit? If not, I'm going to pull a few cards for Susie Q. Hey, Danielle. It's good to see you. Yes, just subscribe and sign up as a channel member. It's only like $2 a month to be a channel member, and then I will pull a card for you every month. I'll try to come on live at least once a month and pull a card for you. So as long as you subscribe and become a channel member, I'll pull some cards for you. All right, Susie Q. What do you want to know, honey? Anything back from the job interviews? Thank you, everyone, for welcoming Danielle Marie in. I appreciate it. Welcome her in. Welcome, welcome. We love all newcomers. Please subscribe, become a channel member, and I'll pull a few cards for you. Like I said, it's only like $2 to become a member. Job. Nope, you haven't heard. Okay, so you want to know about job? It's more career reading, a career reading. Tell me about Susie Q, Spirit. Tell me about Susie Q's job situation. Give me a signifier card for Susie Q. Give me a card that represents Susie Q right now. You have a card that represents Susie Q. Give me a card that represents Susie Q. Give me a card that represents Susie Q. Represents Susie Q. Give me a card that's on her subconscious. What's on Susie Q's mind? Q get the job? What is in Susie Q's way of getting the job? Let's do that. And what is in Susie Q's subconscious? Give me a card about the root of the situation. A card for the root of the situation for Susie Q. A card for the root of the situation. The root. Distant past. Recent past. Recent past. Outcome. I'm going to pull 3 cards here for the job outcome. Give me 3 cards for her job outcome. Give me 3 cards for her job outcome, please. 3 cards for her job outcome. 3 cards for her job outcome. 1. Tell me about her job situation. Ooh. That's a good card. That one flipped over. Coming out of it, Susie Q. You're going to recover and you're going to heal. Oh, that's a good card. Woo! All those, I can't use all those. Too many flew out. Okay, hold on. Tell me about Susie Q's job situation. Too many cards are flying out. It's like Spirit has so much to say. Okay. All right. 2 cards flew over here, so I'm not really sure. Okay, look at the bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck is the King of Wands upright. So this is very positive, wise. You've learned from this old job. You've become more wiser. You have leadership skills. You are an excellent communicator. You know, you have enough charisma in you, and you have enough education that you could definitely take on a leadership role. Management, you know, like you could definitely manage your own team here. You're honest, you're efficient, you're passionate, and you inspire others to be more creative. Okay, so that's a great card for the bottom of the deck for you. Okay, so let's look at you. This is the signifier for the situation that you're in now. So you're kind of feeling like, well, I think you're kind of feeling like you made an impulsive move, maybe. And, you know, that the situation that you were in, it was bad, right? And you were getting bad vibes, bad situation. This can kind of, you might feel like I maybe was too rash or made an impulsive move and I didn't think it through. But what's challenging you is options. There's so many options, and your temptation, you're tempted, right? So be very careful about what you choose, right? Because if you look at this card, like here, there's a reef. Oh, so that's success. But here, look, there's a dragon. Maybe it's a friendly dragon. Maybe the dragon wants to eat you. I don't know. Even though there's a winning thing here, you have a skull, right, in there, right? This cup has a snake. I personally love snakes. But, you know, some people are terrified of snakes. There's the cloak of invisibility, you know, and then there's this whole thing of a thing of jewels. So this is what's hard for you right now. So I would say do your research. It might be overwhelming to pick a job. Remember, this is a career reading. So it might be overwhelming. There might be a lot of options, and you're looking at, you know, you're weighing your pros and cons. So you have a lot of options in front of you. And it's very emotional. The Page of Cups, it's emotional. This has been an emotional journey for you. Okay? Very emotional. The root of the matter is money. You have done your time. You've been a student, okay? And you've learned. And you want to plant that seed because you want to be in a place that you can grow. You want to be in a place that you feel nurtured, okay? And, you know, the root of the matter is, read it. I mean, it says new skills, opportunity, employment, okay? So, you know, we're doing a career reading, and the root of it is that you have always been that student that's willing to learn. You have skills. You have planted your seeds, and you have something to offer. You have something beautiful and stable to offer. This is Earth card, okay? And it's a stable card. You have the foundations set in your roots that you are a great candidate to be hired, okay? These are good cards. I mean, this has been an emotional journey for you, and there's no doubt. So this is in the most recent past, within the few weeks ago. So a few weeks ago, you were lacking creativity. You were, kind of afraid to explore. You didn't really know what was happening. You were feeling blocked at your job, at the old job that you have. Your creativity was blocked, and you didn't have a lot of progress, right? I mean, you couldn't really go much farther because somebody there was blocking you. So there was a blockage here. You wanted it to blossom, but it wasn't blossoming at your old job. And you were blocked, and it was bad news. So the old job was bad news. So this is what's in your subconscious. And you feel kind of like just repressed, right? Like you kind of feel you're sad. You didn't feel loved there. Like, I think you're realizing in your subconscious that you did not feel cared for there, that you didn't feel loved, and that it wasn't a stable environment for you there. And you are, I think, with this card here representing you are well aware that it was not emotionally healthy for you to be there. The cup is full of love. It's overflowing with love. There's blessings from the divine. A cup of there's love in the palm of the hands. Love is overflowing. But when it's like this, imagine taking a cup and you cover the lid of that cup, right? So that's what's happening in reverse. You didn't feel love there. And I think you subconsciously have realized that it was unstable there, and you weren't able to grow, and you weren't truly loved there. All right, so let's look for your outcome. Is any of this making sense? Thanks, Junie, for responding. Oh, no problem, honey. Sorry, when I'm doing readings, I kind of get a little lost. Thanks, Junie, for responding and letting me know how it works. I appreciate it. I'm already subscribed to your channel. For now, I can't afford members for personal reasons. Okay, well, if I have time, I'll pull a card for you, Danielle. Yeah, I only have, guys, my memberships are only like $2 or something like that. Like, they're really cheap. Because I know everyone's struggling. I think the most expensive one is like $6 or something. So I understand. I get it, guys. So just if I can, I will, okay? Pull a card for you. All right, so Susie Q, is all this making sense so far? Okay, good. All right, so this is your future outcome. Damn, we got the magician again, girls. Damn, girls, we are on fire tonight. You guys got gifts, okay? You all don't realize it, but I'm going to tell you all right now because Sweetly got it too, and now Susie Q got it. Girls, you have the power to manifest things. If you put your mind to it, it will happen for you, okay? It's like you think it's going to rain, and you think, oh, it's going to rain, and every day you're like, oh, it's going to rain. Well, you have the power to make it rain. And then if you could just focus on positive things, it's going to be sunny today. It's going to be sunny today. The universe will bless you and make it sunny, okay? This is the divine power that you have. You are connected to the heavens. You are connected to below. As above, so below. As within, without, right? Okay? Within and out. So, I mean, you guys have all the gifts. You have the gifts of earth. You have the gifts of fire. You have the gifts of water, your emotions. You have the gifts of air, which is your speech and your communication is powerful. Okay? And this little wand that he's holding he's connected to as above, so below. See, he's pointing to below. He's pointing to above. The same thing with the Pope card. He's got his fingers like this. That's as above, so below, right? As above, so below, okay? So remember that. And this is yellow. Do you see that beautiful yellow in the background, Susie Q? That's enlightenment. I mean, good things are coming your way, okay? Believe it. If you manifest it and you do your work and you do your homework, you will be fine. Girl, you got this. All right, so let's look for the 3 outcome cards for the job situation. So it's going to be, it's going to be maybe a couple months before you get a job. It could be 4 weeks, 4 months, maybe. You know, but this is, you're taking it easy, but you are going to come back out. You're going to come back out, but it's going to be slow, and then your wishes will come true. This is a wish fulfillment card. And, you know, this is someone that's hit rock bottom, but yours is in reverse, okay? This is like you've been stabbed in the back, you're at your wit's end, but, you know, this is a very positive card, too, because once you hit rock bottom, what they say about, you know, some people, yes, they hit rock bottom and they just keep going, but not this card, okay? Because the sun is going to come up. The sun always rises, all right? And you hit rock bottom, and it looks terrible, but the sun will rise tomorrow. The sun always comes up tomorrow. You can depend on that. And yours is in reverse, so you are going to be coming out. You're going to make a narrow escape. You're going to heal. You're going to recover. New beginnings. Cheer up, Buttercup. That's what this card means. Cheer up, Buttercup. Things are good. Good things are coming your way. Okay? My sweet Susie Q, Spirit is telling me to tell you, cheer up, Buttercup. Good things are coming your way. I believe that. And we'll all pray for Susie Q that good things will come her way. We're going to send her good vibes, good energy, that she will get her wish come true with her job. And she'll get the job where she's appreciated and cared for, and they will love her and respect her and love the gifts that she brings to the table. You have a lot of gifts here. This is obvious. This is you, girl. You have a lot of gifts. You're more powerful than you think. I know you're Scorpio, and I know that you actually are the Queen of Cups like me, because I'm a Cancer. We're both water cards. But right now, for your career reading, you're a boss-ass bitch, okay? You're a boss-ass bitch. Okay, so that's a great reading. Good things are coming. You will recover. I just think it's going to be maybe 4 weeks to 4 months, maybe a little longer. So just take it easy. Rest and relax and look for good things to come, okay? Do your homework, do your research, but good things are coming. Okay. Spirit is telling me maybe in the spring. April, May, springtime. That's what Spirit's telling me. Now, again, I don't claim to be psychic. I don't know. I could be dead wrong. I don't know. But that's just what the cards are telling me. Like I said, I don't know if it's true or not. This is just us hanging out together and pulling cards, like if we were all together, drinking a glass of wine together and having a cup of tea, you know, and just chilling. This is what the cards are saying. You don't have to take it as fact, but I believe it. I think good things are coming, okay? All right, so is the real Gemini here yet? What about... okay, who do I need to do next? Okay, so if the real Gemini isn't here yet, I can pull a card for Danielle or Krista. Do you want me to pull a card for you, Krista, or Danielle? Danielle Marie, do you guys have a question? Oh, I'm thankful that you're here. Do you want me to pull a few cards for you, hon? Do you have a question? And then I'll do Danielle. And then if you want me to do a true crime reading, I can. No question? Okay, just want to know what Spirit has to say, or what the universe or what Divine has to say for you? Daisy, go lay down. Kaden, can you let Daisy out? Kaden! Sorry, I don't mean to yell in your ear, guys. Kaden! Pull whatever Spirit has to tell me. Okay. All right, let me go get my dog real quick. Daisy, come here. Daisy. Daisy, come here. Come here. No. Daisy, no. Come here. Come here. Sorry about that. I have to let her out because she will pee in my house. Okay. Alrighty. All right, Krista. Krista, tell me about Krista. Okay. I gotta wash this. Okay. Energy read for Krista. Give me an energy reading for Krista, please. Let's all focus on Krista right now. Let's all put her energy forward. What does Spirit need to hear? Ooh, strength. Okay. What does Krista need to hear right now? What does Krista need to hear right now? Need to hear right now? What does Krista need to hear right now? Spirit, what does Krista need to hear right now, please? Okay, I got 2 cards that came out there. Give me 3 outcome cards for Krista's distribution. Bottom of the deck is you're coming out of recovery here. This is a tower moment, but you're coming out of it. You are waking up to something. Have you realized something? Or you may have just discovered something, or you either just snuck by a catastrophe, or you've just gotten over a catastrophe or some type of shocking event, and you just squeezed by it, or you're coming out of it, right? You're in recovery and you're rebuilding yourself, and you've become awoke to something. You've woken up to something. You've woken up to something. Okay, is that kind of... So here is... So this is the woman who tames the beast, right? This is a Leo card, the sun, enlightenment, right? Self, the ego, and the yellow in the background is very positive. Now yours came out in reverse, so it's don't use your force, okay? You can tame a beast. You can tame a lion. You do have that inner strength, but right now, maybe... try not to be so forceful, because it might not give you the outcome that you want. Don't be you don't want to be indecisive. You don't want to shrink back and appear weak, but maybe someone has challenged your strength. Maybe someone is challenging your inner strength, and you're coming out of that with this on the bottom. I feel like maybe you made a decision and you're coming out of a catastrophe, and you're walking... I feel like someone betrayed you or tried to take something from you. Am I right here? Either it's like you just avoided a catastrophe, or someone actually tried to take something from you or betray you in a way, and you just realized it. Okay. All right. So the next card we have, uh, you're defending your status quo. You feel like a weary traveler, and you maybe turn your back on some past hurts. I mean, this is like an eclipse. Do you see that? Like, have you recently gone through kind of like an awakening, or uh, maybe not really an awakening, but a realization of something, and you're kind of like, huh, I'm going to defend myself, and I'm just going to. You might have some regret, and you feel kind of like you've been through some shit, and you're letting it go. You're going to turn your back on it, and there are past hurts here. I mean, the cups here is like a bunch of emotions, but you're going to walk away, and you're going to set boundaries. Setting boundaries maybe for yourself or others. Well, I got all kinds of backstabbers at work. That might be what it is, and they're testing your strength. Your strength has been tested, like your inner strength, yourself, your ego. Yeah. And right now, there are some past hurts, but you're just gonna you're tired of it. It's like you're like, I'm tired of the bullshit, and you're gonna turn your back on it, and you're gonna choose your own path, Krista. You will choose your own path. Okay? All right. Four of Cups and defensive. So again, maybe somebody who backstabbed you at work. Maybe now again, Krista, I don't claim to be psychic or anything like that. I'm just reading the energy of these cards. It doesn't mean that it's truth or fact or anything. I mean, but I think that you did feel defensive, and you had to show your bravery. You had to stand up for yourself and stand your ground. I would tell you, that I got a lot of Leo here, and I will tell you, and it's emotional, which is like, stand your ground. And the people who maybe backstabbed you, or the people who are being catty or talking shit, or whoever this is, it's kind of shocked you. Like it almost is like it's unexpected, and you're kind of caught off guard by it. But you are more tenacious than you think. You have more power than you think, and you can be a boss ass bitch too, and you can fight. You're not going to back down. Don't back down. Stand your ground, okay? Hold your own. Stand your ground. That's what I'm going to tell you. Okay, so these are like the outcomes. So again, there's like some gossip. Some people are abusing power around you. Could be a man. Is one of the people at work a guy who you just can't? It's maybe a girl and a guy, but it could be a guy. Or they're kind of like have masculine energy. Kind of like a tyrant at work. And he's kind of ruthless, and he can say kind of hurtful things, or he can be, well, maybe not so much hurtful things, but can be very overcritical of others. So it's okay. So it is a guy. All right. Watch this guy. Okay. Let me just ask, why is this guy? Who is this guy at Krista's work? Who is this guy at Krista's work? Nobody supposed me, but I got the law on my side. Good. Thank you. 100%. Okay, good. I'm glad this is resonating. I would say this guy at work could possibly kind of be a little self-centered. And he's kind of unclear about maybe he tells others to do stuff, and then he doesn't do it himself, or he's kind of like very opinionated of others, and he might kind of talk shit behind other people's backs. He might kind of lie about others. He might try to lie about you. Allegedly, I don't. But this is like an abuse of power here, right here. Okay, and it's a 3rd-degree felony if he continues. Oh wow. Yeah, there's someone here. This is now this is kind of making sense because, and how you got the Tower card in reverse. You're coming out of something, but there is someone here who is trying to kind of be controlling and malice towards you, and you feel you're just exhausted from this person. I mean, again, this is someone. These 2 cards, okay, it's like you are defending your ground, okay? You are like, you're caught off guard, but you're still going to fight. And here, look at this guy. He's wounded. He's hurt, okay? But and if you look at him, it's like he sees the soldiers marching forward, right? He sees people coming in and getting ready to, they're going to go through another battle. Here's somebody in a battle, and then here's someone who is, the soldiers are coming. Another battle is coming, but you are a warrior. You are strong. You might be little, but you're mighty. And look at all the support you have behind you. Okay? You have support behind you. There's a wall of people behind you. And there might be one that supports you more than the others. You know, you have truth on your side. And stand your ground. You have the tenacity to stand your ground. Okay? Stand your ground. That's the only thing that keeps repeating, because you had your back up against the wall, but it's time to stand your ground. And this man here, this isn't good, okay? So be very careful with what you're dealing with. You might be dealing with, and I know this is a word that everybody says all the time, but you might be dealing with someone who might be an oppressor, like a narcissist. And I hate to say that, but he looks like Mr. All Muscles, No Brains. Yep. But I do think overall things are going to come out in the end, because you got the hangman here on the bottom of this deck. The Wheel of Fortune. So good things are coming. Good karma is coming. But you feel a little exhausted, you know, but good things are coming. You kind of feel like spiritual growth. You know, maybe you felt like this is the enlightened one. I mean, if you look, he's hung upside down. He looks stuck, right? But isn't he the enlightened one? So you are the enlightened one. You're just kind of in a sticky situation. But you will get out of it. I do believe that. And, you know, things might be a little socially awkward. You might feel a little socially awkward. But things will come. Good things are coming on the horizon. I believe that, okay? All right, let me go get my dog, and I'll be right back. Go. Go upstairs. Go. Go to bed. Night-night. Nighty-nights. Okay. All right. All right, so did that make sense, Krista? I hope so. All right, now Danielle, did you want me to pull a few cards for you, honey? Hope that resonated. All right, Danielle Marie. Danielle Marie. Is Danielle Marie still here? Is Danielle Marie still here? Danielle Marie. Is she still here? Yep, but I got ancestors on my side. That's right. Thank you very much. It makes sense. It did resonate. Okay, good. I've taken the warning seriously. Yeah, that guy is not good. Just, you know, don't be on guard around him, okay? And don't be caught off guard. because he's already thrown you off guard before. You're kind of probably like shocked, like what the hell? Where's all this coming from? But don't be caught off guard again, okay? All right. So, Danielle, I'm from UK. Oh, I love the UK. Welcome, welcome. $2 is not asking a lot. I think that's more than fair. I would normally happily pay you that I can go into as involves family members' choices. That's fine. Okay, Danielle Marie, what's going on? Do you have a question specifically, or did you wanted to ask the cards something I can ask Spirit for you? Yes. Oh, okay, yeah. He's two-faced to everyone. Yes, he talks shit on everyone. He's like nice to their face, but he's malice. I'm so glad the cards felt that energy for you, Krista. That's amazing. Sometimes I even surprise myself with these cards. I don't know how this happens, honestly, but it happens. Okay. You don't have to pull a card for me. I would be grateful, but I'll be happy. No, I'll pull a card for you, honey. Tell me what's going on. Like, give me like love, work, family, career, school, whatever. Love life. You know, tell me what. Give me like a I'll just show you what you want to know. Yeah. My mom is a Cancer. Oh yeah. Oh well, we can be moody. Cancer moms are difficult. We're hard, but we have a lot of love. Don't ever estimate. You know, we might not be perfect moms, but there's no doubt that we love you to pieces. Okay. Yeah, my sun sign is Cancer. My rising is Leo. I have Mars in my first house. I have my sun I have my sun sign is in the 12th house. And Mercury is on the cusp of the 12th and the 11th. And then I have Saturn and my sun sign and a couple of fixed stars in my 12th house. Not ill, the cards. Yeah. So is it your love life? Do you have a question about a relationship? Do you have a question about work, Danielle? Do you have a question about school? Do you have a question about, what do you have a question about, hun? Just give me something. Give me like a topic, you know? Focus on Danielle. Let's focus on Danielle. Let's all focus on Danielle. Let's all focus on Danielle for her question. Give me an energy reading for Danielle, please. Danielle Marie. Give me an energy reading for Danielle. Do you want me to just go in blind, Danielle? I mean, I can go in blind. I don't like to really do that. I like to kind of have some direction. Like love, family, work, career, future, something, you know, something. Okay, so this card flew out. I'm not really sure if that's the energy that I want yet, but you know, this card is ruled by Virgo. It's taking an introspection of yourself, of, you know, introspection, contemplation, wisdom, right? But this is maybe someone's tried to give you advice and You need to take more introspection of it. Harness wisdom. Ask the divine and ask the universe to give you wisdom. So I would say wisdom is the theme here. Give me an energy reading for Danielle Marie, please. Give me an energy reading for Danielle. Give me an energy reading for Danielle. Okay, so you making a narrow escape as well, some type of recovery and healing. Hi, honey. How was work?
You look pretty.
Thank you. You look handsome.
Just me doing my thing.
You're doing your thing. Okay. So, you too are making a narrow recovery. You are trying to heal from something. You're getting over something. So there's some lack of maturity or growing from this pain. And maybe you're looking within, taking an introspection within. Maybe there's someone in your life that has tried to give you advice. And maybe that advice, you didn't listen to it first. But I would say that you're going to grow from this pain. Whatever the pain is, you're going to grow from it. Or you're learning to grow from pain. Danielle, is any of this resonating with you? I really don't have a topic. You really didn't give me a topic. I'm just kind of... yes or no? Does this make sense to you or no? You going up? Already? You tired? Your feet hurt? Yeah, I can tell.
I don't bitch about it.
I know. I know you don't. I love you. I love you too. I hurt too, honey. I come home from work. I'm exhausted. I crashed yesterday. I came home from work and I was like out till 10 p.m. I fell asleep. All right. Give me a reading for Danielle, please. Just one more card for Danielle. So there can be some issues with saving money or it's either saving money or spending too much money. So I would say watch, I like the advice I gave you guys in the beginning, watch your spending right now. Be very careful with your money right now. I do feel like we're going to hit a horrible recession. Tariffs is theft. Tariffs are tax on the American people. It's theft of the American people. So I truly want you guys to be very careful with your money. Give me an outcome card for Danielle. Yeah, so you are, you're coming out of something here. You're finding yourself. You are on a pursuit of happiness. You are questioning traditions. You are questioning things. Maybe you're questioning religion. Maybe you're questioning what this is all about. And you're looking for liberation. You're on a new path. Maybe you are questioning school. Maybe you're questioning religion. Maybe you're questioning everything. And that's okay. Ask questions. Okay, bottom of the deck is be careful of conflict around you. Try to make a recovery from any conflict around you. If you're around anyone and they start arguing, just kind of deflect it. And it looks like if there was some arguing around you, that you're coming out of it. So, yeah, just I feel like you're on a pursuit of happiness and you're questioning things. Okay. All right. Does anyone else have any questions? I'm gonna pull some cards for the real Gemini because the real Gemini texted me earlier, and hopefully I'll just tell her to watch this. So we'll do pull a couple cards for the real Gemini. The real Gemini wanted to ask about her father recently passed away, and she wanted to ask about her father's passing. So let's go ahead and focus on the real Gemini. I know she's not here in chat right now. I'm going to use this as my outcome card for the real Gemini because she's grieving. Okay, she lost her father, and she is having a hard time. So let's focus our energy on the real Gemini. I know she's not here, but we're doing this for her anyway because we love her. We love the real Gemini. What does she need to hear from Spirit about her father? What does she need to hear from Spirit about her father? Now, I'm not big into the whole, like, I tell you guys when we do the spirit boxes, I don't know who we're talking to. If somebody comes through and says that there's somebody, I don't know if that's true or not. Same thing with these cards. I don't know if I'm connecting to her father. I don't know. All right. But I'm just going to pull the cards and see what we get. See what Spirit has to say with the cards about the real Gemini's dad. I think she just wants to make sure he's okay. Okay? So, the real Gemini, no lie, 7. Yep, that's who we're looking for. But she's not here. And she called me earlier. I talked to her earlier. I talked to her right before I came on. So, oh. You guys there? Let me turn the unplug. Hold on. I was paused this whole time. You guys there? I didn't know my camera paused. Okay. Yes, okay. Okay, Danielle, I didn't see your message until now. Okay. What can I do to get my health and power back? I live with very controlling grandparents. I'm not allowed to do anything for myself. How do I make changes in the position that I'm in because I get stopped? Well, looking at your cards of the spread that we just did, no, honey, you can ask me anything. I don't care. I hope you're 18. Are you 18? Because we have to do to make sure of that for tarot readings. You have to be 18 to get a tarot reading, guys. But what I would say is this. You're questioning. I think it's like you're questioning possibly the people around you, and you're taking an introspection. Like with that Hermit card that you have, I would say that you were really hyper-focused on something. And maybe you think the situation is grim, but there is light at the end of the tunnel, okay? And you are with that it's the Hierophant card, but it's the Pope. It's basically the Pope card. You are questioning authority. You're questioning religion. You're questioning authority. You're questioning people's beliefs. You're questioning everything. And that's good. Keep asking questions, okay? I don't know if that's okay, I saw that, I read that. Does that help, Danielle? I hope so. With your health, I would say research it, because that Virgo card is health. Virgo rules the sixth house of health, and that Virgo card could be telling you to do your research about your condition or what's been bothering you. Be practical about it, okay? And start down that road. Okay, so we'll start to read for the real Gemini. Any other questions before I start reading for the real Gemini? Anything else? All right, so the real Gemini, I hope you get to watch this. I'll text you and tell you that I did your read for you. All right, so we're focusing on the real Gemini and messages from Spirit about a passed over loved one. Spirit, give me a message for the real Gemini. Spirit, give me a message for the real Gemini. What does the real Gemini need to hear right now? Aw. Well, I would tell the real Gemini that she's... This might be her mother. This could represent a mother. Wishes are going to come true. Cooperation. Why do I feel like that's your brother? So I feel like she's going to get cooperation from her brother, even though she's not been. I do feel like there'll be a reconcile with either family or friends. I'm not sure if the death of your dad caused conflict in your family, but to me, I feel like this is your brother probably. I know you were angry with your brother, but I feel like things are going to heal. I feel like your mother is very present. And the emotions are very strong here, and there is a wish fulfillment. There is a wishes come true here. Something will be complete. And I do feel like if we're asking about spirit, that your dad is with you. I mean, I could look at it like this. This is something very emotional, something very spiritual, something very deep. Feel safe in spirit. That, you know, your wishes are going to come true about your dad. If you want him to be in heaven, I believe that that's where he is, or he's in that higher frequency. Yes. I feel like there's communication with your mother for sure. But you're not feeling it with your dad for some reason. But he's there. And there is healing to come. It might be hard at first. There might be some disagreements with family. But I do feel like there's healing here. There's definitely some healing. Justice and balance. So, if there is anything legal, or like a will, or contracts, or if you feel there is going to be harmony coming. And what's kind of weird is when I talk to you, it just feels like there isn't harmony. But I do feel like there's going to be balance and truth and justice, and harmony is coming your way. Good karma is coming your way. Again, this is taking in... You are feeling a little depressed and dissatisfied. Maybe there's something... I feel like... Is it your dad's belongings or something? This could be, I mean, that you want to be an independent woman. You want to be an independent woman. You want to stand on your own 2 feet. And for some reason, there's something holding you back from that. Right now, maybe the messages from spirit aren't coming in. Because if you look at this woman, this is a very successful woman. She's a little older. She's successful. And look at that. See that little bird with the hood on? You know, to me, this is like messages from spirit. Come in. And that you've worked hard, you know, self-discipline, an independent, strong-minded woman that's successful, all right? But yours is in reverse. You want this. You want to be independent. You want to think for yourself. You want positive relationships in your life. You don't want to feel depressed. You want to feel safe. You want messages from the divine, but for some reason you're feeling a little blocked. Maybe you're feeling blocked about messages from your dad coming through, but your mom is very strong, no doubt. Bottom of the desk. So I will say that yes, this is a definite yes. So to answer your question, the real Gemini, it's a yes. This is a success, okay? Sometimes when people pass away, you know, I've been dealing with spirit for a really long time. And maybe you're having like memories of your childhood with your dad. The past. Your childhood. Remembering the little things, and it's the little things. So I will say this in spirit. Sometimes when our loved ones pass away, it can take years before we feel them. It could take, sometimes you don't even have dreams about them. It takes a while for a spirit to get their sea legs. And I have had spirits come over the spirit box and literally tell me, I don't want to scare them. I don't want to freak them out. I don't want to, you know, where I've had loved ones asking about their family member. Like, why am I not dreaming about them? Why am I not feeling them? Why do I not hear them or hear their voice? You know, sometimes spirits, they don't want to freak us out. They respect our boundaries. They respect our space. And we have to allow them time to get their sea legs. You know, I mean, they have to learn how to be in the spirit world. They have to learn. And some of them don't want to interact with us at all. Some of them choose not to, or some do. You know, try to remember that we're just energy. We're all balls of energy. And let me show you a picture. I'll show you this picture. Okay. Right here. This is how we connect to spirit. Okay? Right here. Actually, I have it here. This is how you connect to spirit. This is God. Okay? This is how we do it. This got spilled on. It's a little dirty. But basically, you have your root chakra. Now think about in the Bible, how the Bible talks about the 7 deadly sins, right? Or how the Bible talks about lust. It talks about gluttony as 7 deadly sins, right? And if you're committing these things, that you're not going to fully align with spirit, right? So here, this rules the sex organs, your lust, your desires. And if that is out of line, and if that's out of whack, then you're not going to be closer to heaven, closer to the divine, right? So we have to get our lust under control. We have to get our root chakra under control. Same thing with, we have a lot of energy here. And if you're not in line, with your guts and your sex organs and your gut. I mean, if you're thinking like, oh, I got to have sex with that guy, or I got to hook up with that girl, I got to drink this beer to feel better about myself. I have to snort a line of cocaine just to function, okay? You're separating yourself from the divine, right? Even food, gluttony, right? If you are 600 pounds, you are blocking yourself from the divine. Our body is a temple, and we have to treat our body like a temple, okay? Not that I'm perfect. I'm in my 50s. I don't, but I try my best to take care of my body, right? And your solar plexus, you want your heart to be pure. And you want to love everyone. And I mean love everyone. Love them if they're a MAGA. Love them if they're a Democrat. Love them if they're gay. Love them if they're trans. Love them because they're human. Love the animals. Don't mistreat an animal. How God tells you how you treat my little ones is how I will treat you. Don't abuse children. Love brings you closer to God. And your throat chakra, that the words that you speak are pure and good and from the heart. And that your third eye and your intuition and your gut and your intuition be all in line. And that is the energy that these spirits use. Okay? I have had spirits say to me over a spirit box, I love your energy. So I know that this is true. All right? I mean, I don't know if it's true or not. You can turn me off, you can unsubscribe. I don't really care. All right? I'm just going to tell you. Even in the Bible, it says that your single eye be pure. Your single eye, not two eyes. The Bible talks about this, okay? And that to be close to God is to love people, feed the poor. If you're rich, you should be responsible for some to give back to your community, okay? To give to the needy. Even the planets are big on giving donations to the needy. In Vedic astrology, it's very strong that they talk about giving back to the poor, giving back to the needy. In the Hindu religion, in the Muslim religion, and in the Christian religion, we are supposed to be taking care of the ones that are most vulnerable, the elderly, the sick, the poor, the handicapped. And when we become aligned, we meet the divine. Here is the crown chakra where you come face to face with God. And we are all energy. And when these chakras are aligned, you radiate. Your energy radiates from you. Okay? And that, if a spirit, when they die, if they had all their chakras aligned, if they were aligned and they were good people and they had good energy and they weren't evil and they didn't do horrible things, okay? You'll see their spirits as a bright light. I've seen tons of spirits and orbs come in bright, and I have seen spirits come in that are dark. I have seen dark energy. I have felt dark energy. Okay? And just because some of them are dark doesn't mean that they're evil or whatever, but some of them are just, they made some really bad choices in life, and then they had a hard life. Every spirit has their own story. But the divine, and when you see spirits, this is that light that we see. I've seen spirits that have a pink light. I've seen spirits have a blue light. I've seen spirits look darker than dark, that look like night, darker than the night, right in front of my face, So, yeah, I mean, sometimes it takes them time to get their sea legs, for them to come visit you or give you a dream, right? So I'm going to tell you that maybe there is going to be some stability coming your way, Gemini. And I just want to pull this as an outcome card. For the real Gemini. Having compassion for your fellow humans, having compassion for nature, having compassion for animals, Having compassion is what opens you to good energy. And that good energy vibrates and radiates throughout. Okay. All right, the real Gemini, your outcome card is tranquility, harmonious in action. So, yeah, so that card number is what? Number 15. That's so weird because my daughter pulled that card earlier. Not this card. On another deck, she kept pulling number 15s. That's weird. She pulled... Oh, she was pulling from the Angel deck, and then she pulled from the Dark Mirrors deck, and she got 15 twice. So that's weird. I pulled 15 again. That's really wild. Okay, so... Well, this book has it in English and then in Spanish. Give me 1 second. 15. The Crow. So the Crow is actually gives you messages from spirit. And see this dragon, the real Gemini loves dragons. So I like to pull the dragon deck for Gemini. I love dragons as well. Is that the Big Dipper? Yeah, the star is Gamma. Gamma Corvée. The wisdom of the Herald. Sometimes the best action is inaction. It's time to wait things out. It's time to smell the roses. Recline. Sit down and surround yourself with the comfort of trusted allies. Find harmony in stillness and reflection. The situation will ultimately work itself out. Breathe. The dragon tells you to find peace and tranquility are yours if you want them. Earn your sense of wellness and harmony. Be actively engaging in the practice of stillness. Take your time. Now, if the real Gemini is a Gemini, I'm assuming she's a Gemini. It's hard for Geminis to rest. I'm a Gemini moon. And our mind is always going. Our minds never stop. It's hard for them to breathe and relax because there's always... Mercury is a fast-moving planet. They're ruled by Mercury, the messenger of the gods. And they're always getting downloads from spirit. So... earn your sense of wellness and harmony by actively engaging in the practice of stillness. Take your time. A solid foundation within and a quiet temperament are invaluable for you right now. Seek ease, healing. Seek peace, wisdom, and peace be with you. So that is the message from the dragon. To be quiet and to be still. And just listen. Give your dad time to get his sea legs. And I know you're reminiscing about childhood, but it will be successful. It could take years. It could take weeks. It could take a day. It could happen tonight. But it will happen, okay? Have faith. And they're always listening. Spirits are always listening. But you, yourself, need to worry about you being still and finding peace. Peace be with you, the real Gemini. Peace is with you. Okay, so that's what I have for now. Oh, you're 35, Danielle? I had to give my money to people because of their bad decisions. Oh, yeah, see, you got kind of that card, didn't you? That's wild. You did kind of show that card. I would say, you know, with that Hermit card, that you have to take an introspection of how you just be critical of others right now. I mean, just be careful. Really seek and listen to what they're saying and what they're doing. If their actions don't speak, if their words don't speak their actions, then I would be careful, okay? Kind of thing. Does that make sense? I hope so. I had to give my money to people because of their bad decisions. Let's see. And at least one deck I have seen the Hangman card shows someone being born, and what it says to me is after a time of patience and inability to move, there will be birth of sorts of new beginnings. Yeah, absolutely. What can I do to get... Okay, I answered that one already. All right. Missy, did you want me to pull a couple cards to see if about the SNAP benefits, or is it all taken care of now? Because somebody... Okay. I just want to try to read. I don't want to get... I said my 2 cents already about how I feel about this whole political brainwashing bullshit. I'm done with it. Like, I'm really done. I'm usually very neutral. I have been neutral for years. And I'll be honest with you, I had a lot of hope that Trump was going to be all the things that he said he was going to be. But there's something wrong. There's something drastically wrong here. And I'm not going to say that the Democrats are perfect. I'm not going to say that the independents are perfect. They are all flawed. They are all flawed, and none of them are perfect. But I am telling you, something is really wrong here with Trump. There's something not right. This is not the same Trump that we had in 2016. This is a different person. This is a different man. There's something not right, and I can't quite put my finger on it. I'm just speaking spiritually. He's going to appeal. I wonder if he's going to win that appeal. Okay, so will Donald Trump... Right, this is just alleged, all right, because I don't want to have Trump and his party come after me and take my channel down because I have an opinion. But this is just my spiritual opinion. You don't have to take it as fact. Okay? Okay. All right. He's going to appeal. I wonder if he's going to win that appeal. Oh, so it's not taken care of? For some reason, I thought it was like the USDA was going to release them. But you're saying it's not taken care of? Okay. All right. Tell me about Trump, please. Tell me about the food stamps. Tell me about SNAP. Are people going to get their SNAP benefits? Are people going to get their SNAP benefits, yes or no? Are people going to get their SNAP benefits? 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 Spirit, come through. Just give me a second, guys. I'm trying to feel it in my hands. Like, I kind of wait for my hands to kind of tingle, or like they get kind of hot in the middle of my palms. They'll get really hot, and that's kind of when I know, like, I got the right energy on the cards. He's been ordered to do it. Okay, Missy says he's been ordered to do it. I heard that it has started as far as getting the payments out, but he has appealed. So I'm wondering if he's going to win that appeal, and if it will stop the benefits. All right, maybe I'll do a Celtic cross. Should I do a Celtic? I'll do a Celtic cross, and the signifier will be the snaps. Or should the signifier be Trump, or should the signifier be the snaps? Benefits. What do you think, Missy? Should... Not for my friends in the building. Oh, I'm so sorry, Aggie. Aggie lives with a lot of elderly people, and they're struggling too. We live around a lot of people who are struggling, and I'm seeing, like, my neighborhood is starting to crack. Like, it's sad, man. And I'm sure your building is getting ready to crack too, because they depend on them. They're elderly. They're old. It's awful. All right, so I think what I'll do is maybe I'll do it both ways. So I don't know. I'm thinking, should I make the signifier Trump, or should I make the signifier the SNAP benefits? Snap. Okay, I think I'm going to make them snap. Okay. I have my spirit box upstairs. I could go ask spirit, but every time I talk to them about Trump, they're like, Trump! This is like, they just start freaking out. I can't get them to calm down. And then they won't stop talking about Trump. Ugh. So this is someone that is being too controlling, too possessive. Hoarding, okay? A hoarder. Money is blocking their mind, money is blocking their heart, and money is blocking their foundation. They're being possessive over the food benefits. Okay, so this card to me tells me that Trump is... This is about control, guys. This is about money, power, and greed. Nothing else. And cruelty. Money, power, and greed. And they need to rewrite the bill. The Democrats, the liberals, they're not going to sign that bill. So Republicans have to compromise and rewrite. There's only 3 things that the Democrats are really asking for. Everything else they kind of agreed upon. But they want the child tax credit. Back in June, Trump, there was something that happened back in June and over July where he totally fucked our child tax credit. Which I'm telling you, that whole no tax on tips is going to screw you royally. All right? You're going to get screwed royally with those no tax on tips. The card that fell on the ground in reverse was the Magician in reverse. But I don't know if I should use that because it fell out onto the floor. Oh, you're welcome, Krista. Thank you. Glad you're here. Would make it snap. I would make it the snap benefits. Okay. I feel like this is more Trump. I think I could... let's say that this is Trump and snap. Because I feel like the energy is reading on Trump right here. This is about control. He is trying to make them crack, but it's not going to make them crack because they're not going to sign that bill. They are not going to sign that bill. And personally, I don't want them to because I have to pay out of pocket for my insurance and I can't afford what they're going to throw my way. My insurance premiums are going to go through the roof. So I really am praying that they don't sign that bill and that the Republicans are forced to rewrite the things that the Democrats are asking for. All right, so what is blocking snap from coming out? Money. Hold on. Oh, cards just got all messed up. All right. What is blocking the food stamps? What is blocking snap? Bye, Krista. Have a good night. What is blocking snap? What is blocking snap from coming through? What is the root of the matter? What is the root of the matter? What is the root? What is the recent past? That's too many cards. What is the recent past? What is the recent? What is in the subconscious? What is everyone thinking about? And this is the outcome. This is the bottom of the deck, which is delayed. So I do think that this is probably going to be delayed. Frustration. Refuse to move forward. You know, something that's going to be incomplete. And it could take some time, but let's just see what the rest of the reading says before we just go off the bottom of the deck. So I do feel like this is Trump right here. He's feeling insecure, which is making him even more controlling. he feels like he's losing power, which is making him even more of a tyrant. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. He's a tyrant. Sorry. Hate me, but I feel that he is. This is not the same man that we had before. The root of the matter is here, and this is what's crossing him. And this is a smooth talker, someone who is that can lie. He's an air sign. He is a Gemini. I do have Gemini here. So, and Taurus is values, money, greed, possessions. I feel like this is someone that is ruthless, and they are going to be using their words to manipulate the public. They're going to take action. This is a man of action. This is a man that doesn't really think. He thinks, but he's impulsive. Don't forget that Trump has Mars in the first house like me, but his is right on his AC line. He's a bully, and he's impulsive. He doesn't think before he speaks. He just blurts it out. Thankfully, my Mars is kind of like almost going into my second house. But Trump has his right on the AC line. That means he's got a lot of Mars in him. Makes him impulsive. So he speaks and doesn't think. He's ruthless, malice, hard-hearted, abuse of power. The root is confusion, risky, deception. And this is, if you look at this, there's some secrets here. And there's going to be some raw emotions coming out here. And all this little glitter, right? I always say to you with Trump, everything that glitters isn't always golden. He's got his whole, he's making the White House look like Liberace lives there. And just because things are shiny and just because things are golden doesn't mean that it's really gold. It's a lot of fake gold. It's fake. It's cold. It's gaudy. And it's a distraction from the truth. There is distractions here. There's being lies. The root is, it's based upon a lie. There's deception. There's a lot of hidden enemies with this whole deal. So this is in the most recent past, like a few weeks ago. Someone shrunk back. Someone is unable to move forward from past hurts. And I think that's Trump. And he's using the SNAP benefits as a punishment. Regurgitation. Can't move on from past hurts. He can't build a bridge to make this work. So he's refusing to build a bridge. The subconscious. This could be what's on everybody's mind. The public, really. Wishes will not come true. People feel like this is materialism. People are not satisfied. People feel like there's too much greed and vanity and overindulgence. So it could be that some MAGA people are saying like, oh, we're broke. We don't have money for this, which we technically do have money for this. Right? Let me read what you guys are saying. This was on the news 8 minutes ago. Looks like he's winning this appeal for now, so it's still in litigation. So it looks like people are not going to get their snaps for right now. That's a shame. This is an uphill battle. I mean, the outcome card is too big of a burden. Continuous pressure, about to collapse. Solve key problems. Reassessment. So it's going to be reassessed. But truthfully, how the public, I mean, it's the majority of the public. If you're looking at the polls that they're doing, I mean, our jobs are down. People are not happy spending all this money on their groceries. People are not happy about tariffs. People think that they're going to get that money back. The tariff is going to come back to us. It's only benefiting Trump, our government, and all those senators and governors in there. I don't care if they're Democrat, liberal, or MAGA. We're paying. They make over what, $260,000 a year. How much do they make? How much do senators and all them make? Like over $200,000 a year. So we're giving them $200,000 a year to starve children. Does that make sense to you? That our taxes pay all of these people in power to hurt us? It's crazy. I'm going to say money, power, envy, and greed, and an overindulgence here. And I think that the general public feels like their wishes will not come true, which is we are the richest country in the world. And regardless if there's fraud, I don't give a shit if there's fraud. I don't care if my neighbor next door here is on food stamps and sells them, and that I don't care if I really don't care. He's a small. He would be small compared to the neighbors over here and this little old woman that lives next to me who's, old and can't work and needs her food stamps, and that other family that has 4 kids in that little house. Okay? I want my taxes to go towards those people. I want my neighbors to be fed. I want my neighbors to be happy. I don't want to live in a chaotic world where they're completely freaking out and destitute, and then they're dying and starving to death. I don't care if the other guy sells his food stamps for drugs or what. I don't give a shit, because I know that the bigger picture is that it helps more. They already tried to find all this fraud and abuse. They didn't find that much. Elon Musk didn't find all this fraud and abuse that they're talking about. He didn't find it all. There's a small percentage. Compared to the big picture is that we are the richest country in the world. And I want my taxes to benefit people who are less fortunate than me. I want my taxes to go towards the guy in the wheelchair. And I don't care if that guy in the wheelchair sells some of his food stamps to drink some alcohol. I don't care. Or to buy a pack of cigarettes. I really don't care. I want him to have the things that he needs. If we lived in another country, I think Belgium, you can go buy I think in Belgium and Germany and a couple other places, they're allowed to buy cigarettes and alcohol with their food stamps. I'm not sure if they call it food stamps in other countries, but one guy, I think, told me you could buy a prostitute. In other countries, it's not like us. It's just, I don't care if they buy their kids Oreo cookies. Let them have a little pleasure. We need to be educating them, not punishing them. Educating them like, hey, Oreo cookies is okay every once in a while, but let's make good choices. Let's offer them more produce. Let's offer them more options for healthier food. Not punish them and take their food away because you're pissed off that somebody gave their baby Oreo cookies. Well, let's teach them moderation. Let's teach them good habits. There should be, our social workers should be allowed to have food classes. Like, this is here, you get this much money per month. Come in and have a class, and we'll sit down with you and we'll talk about a menu that might work well for you. Why can't we be a country like that, where we educate our poor, where we help them, but we're punishing them because of envy and greed, and because somebody wants to control something. And in all my life, I've never seen a president hold this over other people's head because nobody wants to sign his stupid. Even Republicans don't like his bill. A lot of Republicans are realizing his bill is bullshit. It's not beautiful. It's going to hurt a lot of Americans. Look at Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's freaking out. I can't stand that woman. But she's freaking out. Even the MAGA and the Republican Party are being bullied themselves. And that's not America. Now, I agree that ICE is supposed to get rid of the rapists and get rid of the criminals, but that's not what ICE is doing. They are going after grandpa with a walker and hitting him in the head, beating him in the head, dragging a woman in a car, putting handcuffs on children. This is not my America. Now, if they're a rapist or they break the law, then fine, let them go. But you have to remember that immigrants pay your Social Security. Immigrants are big money for America. The minute that they come here and they get their it's like an IAL number, they get a Social Security number, they get a license. They're paying taxes, but they are not allowed to. They're not allowed to apply for Social Security. They're not allowed to apply for Medicare. They're not allowed to apply for Medicaid, and they can't get Section 8. It's after they've been processed and they've been here a long time that they can get little things here and there, but not like what people are accusing them of. It is against the law. They don't get all these things. They can walk into a hospital and get health care because we have to save them. If they're pregnant, they can walk into a federally funded hospital and get medical care. But we are not giving them Medicaid. That's a lie. Google it. I'll Google it. I'm fucking so sick of this shit. Okay, look. Do Mexican immigrants get food stamps or let's say get Medicaid as soon as they come to America illegally? No. Okay? No, most Mexican immigrants do not get Medicaid as soon as they arrive in the U.S. because of federal restrictions that include a 5-year waiting period for many qualified non-citizens. However, there are expectations such as refugees. So, pregnant women or children, they can go into an emergency Medicaid, which means that a federally funded hospital will let them give birth to their baby, and that hospital can apply for their medical benefits. Okay? So they are not getting all this shit that everyone thinks that they're getting. They're allowed to seek out like they can go to a church, they can go into a homeless shelter, but they cannot get Medicaid. See? In order to be eligible for Medicaid, you must either be a U.S. citizen or an immigrant who has been considered an asylum, but not illegal. Okay, so if you're an illegal immigrant, you're fucked. You don't get shit. But I don't have insurance right now. I'm in between policies. So I would be the same as an illegal immigrant right now. If I walked into a hospital because I was dying, I don't have insurance. They would have to save my life. Same thing with a Mexican immigrant that's illegally here. It's like the same offense of a driving like a traffic stop. It's not for us to beat them and run them over with our car and drag them down the street. We don't need all these ICE officers. This is an abuse of power. I'm sorry, but it is. Now, I agree. If they were a rapist, fine. You can drag him through the street, okay? If he's an immigrant and he came into our country illegally and he raped somebody, or he's breaking the law, or he's found with drugs on him, fine. Arrest him, treat him with respect, but get him out of here. I mean, he does have rights, okay? He has certain rights. You don't need to beat the shit out of him, but deport him. Get him out. Get him out. Get him away, okay? Or get her away if they're selling drugs or doing things illegally. But that's not what ICE is doing now. They're going after people who have been here and have a citizenship here. They're working on it. Or their visa just timed out for a day. And you go in there and you arrest them, you beat the shit out of them, you drag them out, you throw them in the back of a car. I just saw a 50-year-old man get his head bashed in. I saw an old woman get her head bashed in. This is not what we should be doing. Even if they break the law, we still should put them in handcuffs, and they have to be respectful. They're human beings. And you can't hold one Mexican accountable because, and it's a small percentage, there's more white men that rape than Mexicans. That's the truth. Google that. There's more rape of white men than there is of Mexicans. Okay? Google that, and then realize, okay, just because some immigrants came in here and did bad things and raped women doesn't mean that you you consider all of them rapists, and that you punish the whole culture and you punish the whole people because some Mexicans came in here and raped someone. That doesn't mean that every Mexican is a rapist. In my opinion. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to head out, guys. This is what I have for now. Take care of one another. Look, take care of your neighbors while all this is happening. Like I said, I heard that couple over there fighting the other day, and I was like, ooh, they're struggling. Like, they're financially strapped. You could hear it. You know, just take care of your neighbors right now. Be good to one another. Look after each other. Even if they're MAGA. You know, even if they're MAGA. Even if they wear a red hat. If they're struggling for food, take care of your neighbors, okay? Even if they're Democrats. And if you can give. This is no longer a red and blue issue. This is a human issue. This is a human issue. Okay. Blessed be. Take care of one another. Bye-bye. No, I can't turn it off. Hold on.